Hey guys, welcome back. This is your host Phil from underKG.com. This is the Google Pixel 2, and let me tell you how it is in real life. Let's start with the rather basic design. It's dull, it's metal, but it is covered in the matte finish. It is IP67 water and dust resistant, not the top level IP68, but should be enough for everyday water hazards like rain or your bathtub. Something that could annoy you are those bezel top, bottom, left, and right, and those are something that makes it look far apart from modern. The fingerprint reader on the back is fast and accurate, and that display is basic as well. It's not super bright, it's not super clear. It's okay, and there are three color modes that you can choose from. Google started off with two, and after the display looking washed off, they added up a new mode called the saturated, and now it looks more like the competing panels. And to prevent screen getting burnt in, they made the navigation bar get dimmed a little bit after a certain time that they have been used. Give it a few seconds and it's get darkened. When I turn off the screen, there is also the always on display, first ever in a Google Zone smartphone that is really always on by default. And you can't change this design, nor can you jump right into the app by double tapping on those notification icons, unlike the Samsung devices. And since it's a Google device, we have to talk about the software. It runs Android Oreo 8.0 from the day one, and the entire system is just impressive. It looks and performs better than any other system. Launching an app, closing an app, launching another one, closing the other one, launching a new one, closing that new one, and switching between the apps, just like the quick multitasking right there, feels really soft and fluid and fast that it almost feels like there's a trick. Overall interface is very clean, and some of the less important options are bundled and hidden within that option. While it seems like the users are reporting various bugs, overall I love the system. It's really well built. The usual gestures are also built in. You can swipe down the notification bar, and the best part about the Pixels or Nexuses is that you can swipe once more to expand it even further, something that you don't find in a Galaxy. And there's a feature bar from HTC 11 Active Edge. There are sensors on the side, so you can just squeeze your phone to launch Google Assistant, or you can use it to mute the ringtone when there's an incoming call. Another neat and possibly my favorite feature is Now Playing. So it's listening to your surroundings all the time, and don't worry, it doesn't transfer any of the data that is recorded to online. It does it offline by the device itself, and it shows you the artist and the title of the song playing right now on the lock screen without you even having to ask. I totally love this feature. But something that I loved even more was that camera you can launch by double tapping the power key. Launching the camera is very fast, and taking the photo is also as fast. And the better part is that it's easily one of the best cameras I've ever tested. Just point and shoot, literally just point and shoot, and that's all you need. From bright daylight to almost complete darkness, Pixel's got you covered. And it's not all about the photo. Video is stabilized with OIS and EIS combined together that makes the video super solid, and the portrait mode is super impressive. I know a lot of you have seen the portrait mode from the Galaxy, the iPhones, but this does it with a single lens, and they use the machine learned algorithm, and it's the best of a kind. Recognizing the edges of the objects and blurring out the background, they come out really, really naturally. And even better, Selfie also takes advantage of this depth effect, and it's practically magic. When I get asked for the best camera available, I usually say Galaxy because that's the easy way to go. But this camera is whole another level. This demands you have no worries, it just gives good photos. So that was the camera, and the audio is good. It's got dual front-facing speakers. They're great, but not the best. It could have been more balanced. I like the iPhone speakers better. I would have to say that I'm a bit disappointed considering the amount of the bezels that it has accounted into. But that disappointment doesn't even come close to Google removing the 3.5mm headphone jack. If you wanted to use that, you have to now use this adapter included in the package, and this happened just an year after they mocked Apple for removing it. It looks hilarious if not hideous, and they even try to overcharge you by charging $20 for a replacement until people got mad at it and they slashed the price to match the Apple's. And one of the things that I don't like about the whole USB Type-C earphone idea is that not even all USB Type-C earphones are compatible. So I plugged in the HTC one, and it says attached accessory isn't compatible because it's an analog one. I know the technology isn't compatible, but it's these little things that make me hate about removal of the good old classic earphone jack. Compared to that, I was super happy with that 2700 mAh battery. It gave me around 6 hours to 6.5 hours of screen on time, which is pretty impressive at my usage. Charging the phone through the USB Type-C port is rather on a slower side. It takes almost 2 hours, sometimes a little more than 2 hours to fully charge it from 1%. And there is no wireless charging here, so you only have the wired classic USB power delivery option. So now that I told you most important things about the Pixel 2, now it's time to get to the verdict. The Google's new flagship smartphone is an impressive phone with a fairly overpriced tag on. Just like the first generation Pixel, it delivers finely crafted quality unless you're, unlucky. There seems to be a lot of little minor bugs. And the thing about the Pixel 2 is it's bland. And overall blandness makes it hard to stand out of the competing crowd, but it delivers all the right qualities you expect from a true flagship smartphone. But it doesn't have that punch. It doesn't have that final punch that forces you to buy it over the competing phones. And you kind of expect that when you're spending $649 for the base storage and $749 for double that storage. You'll be happy, perhaps extremely happy, once you get one of these in your hands and spend a few weeks or months with it. But it's hard for me to say that you should opt in for a Pixel 2 rather than a Galaxy S8. The Samsung phone looks a lot more appealing on the first glance, and it may have a more appealing software suite with the Samsung's own features rather than Google's stock offering. So that was the Google Pixel 2. Just like the original Pixel, it's a great phone, but you'll actually have to start using it to learn all the great things and the qualities and the build, and overall, there are just a lot of minor little things that are gonna make you happy while you're using it. So that was Pixel 2 made by Google. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. You can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We'll see you guys later. Ciao.